YouTube, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit time since I've done a video. I traveled to upstate New York to visit some friends, and I'm back, and I just wanted to do probably the world's smallest Hobonichi unboxing for 2022. I'm going to be changing my lineup, I think, in 2022. I'm not buying a lot of Hobonichi. I've even bought the knockoff of the weeks from Amazon. Sorry about that. So I'm already currently using this week's planner that I got from Amazon, and I really do like it. I've been using it to track my health for the year, and it's going very, very well. I so much like it that I decided to buy another one that will start in November. Actually, this one is undated, so it really worked well for me. I wasn't exactly sure how much I was going to really like this, and it was a great commitment without having to pay for it off of the Hobonichi website. So I highly suggest, if anybody wants something that's similar to a week's, and I'm using my Hobonichi week's cover that I had gotten from years ago. Again, I don't find it to be worthwhile for me personally to buy the covers for Hobonichi weeks. I'm not really kind of committed 100% to the size, but I really do like it. And as you can see, this one is very similar to what you get in the Hobonichi weeks. I didn't need it to be exactly the same. I like the fact that it's undated and that I have control over you know, the months or the days or the weeks that I fill in. If I skip something or miss something, I don't feel horrible. It's great for me to kind of track doctor's appointments, etc. As I've injured my finger and I now have trigger finger, I'm trying to monitor the progression of my health on that, and I'm trying to rehab from shoulder injuries and get back into my Pilates again. I find that this is very handy. This type of book is kind of good to keep separate and aside, and it's something that if I go to doctor's appointments and stuff, I can write notes into it. So I know a lot of people swear by the Hobonichi, but given the fact that they changed the Tomo River paper, I just didn't really feel like paying $30 for something really, what I figure simplistically is simple. So there's that, and I will continue to use my clear cover in FY22, or I should say 2022. Sorry, work has got me thinking fiscal year. There's a lot of stuff kind of going on with that. Also, additionally, and I will get to this, I promise, I might end up sticking it into my, this is the hand stitch leather tee, maroon covered journal. I love this cover. This is usually, if I don't use the clear cover, I usually stick this in here, and as you can see, it's a perfect fit. So I'll probably be sticking this back in November going forward. So I really do like that cover a lot. The leather in that is really smooth and extremely thin for what it is. I'm currently using this kind of as I started this with One Book July, and I still have not gotten out of this personal size cover from Shakespeare. I find that this one's working really well for me. I use it to just kind of do random lists. So I've got some journaling in here. I'm doing daily pages for goals. I'm keeping it extremely streamlined and kind of very functional. I'm not trying to overly decorate it and make it kind of pretty. Also, I've been experimenting with, I've got lots of journals, I'm sorry guys. I've got this one that I got from Archer and Olive in one of the subscription boxes, and I will be doing another video on the recent subscription box for Archer and Olive. This cover I talked about previously. This is the one from Galen Leathers that they just released actually late this summer. I like this cover for what I'm using it and how I'm using it now. If I was going to take this book out into public or try to transport it, this cover would not work for me. But given that it's just sitting on my desk, The one complaint that I have about this is the latching mechanism, and I am going to write Galen and give him some feedback on this. This would not stay. If you were going to toss this into a bag or try to take it with you and travel, this could be problematic. This is very loose. I kind of like my stuff to be a little bit snugger, especially if you're going to try to grab a fountain pen and stick it in it. However, I have not used this pen loop. I can see it having some give with it being leather. Over time it might get too stretched out. Right now I'm currently not doing it. This is a folio based one, so the back of it slides into this portion of the cover, which this is really smooth, and then there's just this flap, so there's no pockets or sleeves. It's very simplistic, and I kind of like that. Like I said, it's just sitting on my desk, so it's fine. But this is an undated A&O planner that I'm going to play with in the rest of this year going into 2022. I don't have a off the chain bumping social life. I don't have, you know, a husband and 5 kids to keep track of. For me, it's very simple, so it's like it's all that I need. I just track some of my habits, writing down kind of key things to do and appointments. So this is working out so far, so good. Let's get into the Hobonichi. I do have other journals that I do keep track of. Just make sure that that's everything. Yeah, it is. And like I said, this is probably the smallest haul that I've ever used or received from Hobonichi, because all I really did get was some of the pencil boards and the page keepers. I was thinking about getting a Techo in the A6 size, and I know from previous experience I found it to be really fussy. I'm currently using an A6 notebook for Stology to kind of keep track of things that I'm doing with the ukulele, which right now is not a lot given my thumb. But this is for the weeks, and it is basically a page keeper in which I can, oh, sorry about that, finger just kind of caught. So it just kind of goes in the back here, and then you take this elastic band and you can mark your pages, and it acts also as a little pocket. I've got this one for now, but if I ever want to take the new one and not put it into a cover, I'm thinking about utilizing this. And then I've got a bigger one, which I can put, I figure, into a B6 size journal, which should actually fit into something like this as a page keeper. So that's pretty much, this is all I've got for the page keepers. I got a few of those, and then I got some pencil boards because I do really do like the shiitake pencil boards from Hobonichi, and this one this year had navy blue with these pink index day flag markers on them. So that's pretty much, this is a very anticlimactic Hobonichi haul for me. I know I usually do planners and etc., but I'm kind of letting the ride of the change of the Hobonichi paper play out so that I can see what people are saying about it and how fountain pen friendly it is. I cannot talk. So that's it on the Hobonichi front. The other item that I received, I was walking around in a local suburb, and I went into the paper source there, and I found this productivity planner, and I'm really kind of excited about this. This is a kind of, it's from Intelligent Change. I will zoom up so that you guys can kind of take a chance to write the website down. Kind of curious to see how this is going to work. So let me zoom in here so that you can see it. The whole point of this is to kind of help you get it together a little bit more. So 5 reasons you'll love the productivity planner. The message, you know, kind of doing things better with to-do list, writing your task out, how to use the productivity planner. So it's very detailed. They have a section in here as well on weekly planning and productivity planning and a weekly review, which is something that I really don't do because I don't really do a bullet journal anymore either. I found that the bullet journal was driving me a little nutso as far as having to kind of plan out every day that amount of time. I work 2 jobs, and so I'm a fairly busy individual, and I just don't have the time nor the patience to always write out my pages. And I found that I was getting kind of caught up with that whole let's make it pretty versus let's make it functional, and I've kind of slid away from the let's make it pretty, but that's why I wanted to start using this. So I'm trying to see if I can condense some of the tips and habits of this into into my other one, my A&O one. But I think what I'm going to try to do for this one is make it more work focus and not my personal life per se. So these are some of the weekly reviews, and this is kind of setting aside more so for my second job than my primary job because of how that one is already really structured and I don't really need help there. So just kind of getting it together and maybe combining some of work and my personal life together might kind of throw into here. So I haven't committed to starting this in 2022. This might actually wait until 2023 because I don't really see this ever going out of stock or out of style. But here are some of the things that you have: most important task of the day, secondary task of importance, additional task, and notes. And then there is sections in here that you can write notes after Saturday. So it's definitely a Monday through Saturday kind of start. And then you have weekly reviews in which you kind of talk about your wins, what tasks were not completed, what you've learned, setting up for the following week, 5 most task for the next week, secondary task of importance, additional task, and commitments that you have. So I don't know exactly, like I said, about this one, but I saw it and I thought it was really interesting. It's kind of like the bullet journal, undated and kind of laid out for you to be more focused and kind of live your life, I think, with intention. So I got this planner. I'm not exactly sure of what I'm going to do with it, if I'm going to do anything in FY22 or not, but I have it. All right, so that is it for me for now. I have taken a little bit of a hiatus on fountain pens. I hope to come back with some more fountain pen information or items next month, which is my birthday month. So I'm hoping that I can do something. But otherwise, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the support and the positive feedback that I've been receiving. I'm loving it. It helps me it helps me keep going with this channel. Even though I'm going to be putting out, and I still owe paint and pen videos or art related stuff, I might branch that off into another sub channel that's a little bit different, given the algorithms of YouTube is kind of messing with people who want to kind of do everything on one channel. I might have to split out the art part of pins and art onto another channel. Stay tuned. That will probably not happen until 2022. I just don't have the bandwidth in 2021. But thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for hearing me ramble on. All right, guys, take care. Until next time. Bye.